Hi, I'm Katie.
I'm Stuart.
And welcome to the Jolly Soul Podcast, Ep 1.
First one.
A place to make your soul feel good. That's the most important thing, isn't it? That's what we're trying to do.
That's what the mission is.
Absolutely, help your soul feel good. Right, okay, so if you've seen the Instagram account, you'll see some of our quotes.
And what's this one about?
So this one is, every day is an opportunity to have a great day. Make the most of it. So, I mean, for me, gosh, it's so important, isn't it, to make the most of every second, like how precious it is, your time.
You easily waste it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily waste it. And you waste it on so many things.
Like, I think in your
there's-
mind, I think a lot of the time as well. I think a lot of worries that never ever happen. I saw a quote today,
And we get
actually.
lost in certain things.
Yeah.
Devices.
The quote was something about, like, I'd had 6 made up problems before I'd even had breakfast. It was something about that. It was like a Roald Dahl one or something.
Oh, right, okay.
And yeah, it's true. I think you do, don't you? You lose yourself in your mind. I think you lose yourself on your phone. I mean, gosh, do you remember the time when we stopped using our phone for
We went
the
a weekend, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was the best thing we ever did. In
For
fact,
one weekend, we laughed so much.
I was
we
only
were
talking
in the
this.
moment, weren't we?
yeah, I was only talking about this the other day. I
Really?
said, yeah, because they were trying it. A friend of ours had gone, I'm on the phone too much. I was like, well, we did this.
Yeah.
And I said, and what the most crazy thing was, is that I actually heard my children more. Like, I listened to them.
Yeah.
Not that I don't listen to them. It's just, I heard
we had
everything
more
they said.
patience.
Yeah, I was more in tune. I was like,
and we were like kids. We were at, we'd gone away and we were at a water park and we laughed so much, didn't we? We really had a lot of fun. But I think, like, the day before we'd not been on the phone, then it kind of got to a point where we were like, do we even want to go back on these things, you know? And then when we got our screen reports and I saw that I was wasting literally like
3 hours.
full
4
3
hours.
to 4, I think it was like 4 hours a day nearly on my phone.
That's crazy.
That's bad, isn't it? But the thing is
And what
obviously,
what was the 3 or 4 hours?
I listen to like podcasts, and then I'm making these.
There is a lot of good things you can obviously use it for, but there's a lot that you go down the wormholes with.
Yeah,
and you
true.
just think, where have I been?
And I
for the last
sometimes
20
think,
minutes?
you know, depending on like how you're feeling, you can then, if you're looking at social media especially, you can then read into it in a certain way, and it just can really be detrimental to your
You
soul.
end up tying it to your own life.
Yeah.
Because you see lives and you go, they're so amazing, like mine,
Yeah.
what's mine? And then really, we have a good life.
got an
Everyone's,
amazing life.
you're here.
Absolutely.
So so you've got to make sure that you seize those opportunities in life to do things.
But I think what people do is they tend to say, oh, well, I don't have enough time. And I think, like I said, you know, obviously cutting the phone out a bit, that can give you potentially...
It gave us a full
whole
day.
It gave us a day, which...
We had 48 hours of like, we made every second of 48 hours count.
No, but I mean, like, when you worked it out, the screen time,
Yeah,
we literally
I
had
know,
been
yeah.
losing a day of our life. And I think, you know, all those little things or those little times where you could say, do you know what? Because it's easy to lose time on your phone. That's what we found. Like when we bumped into that guy and he was saying, you know, he'd lost
the boat
4
thing, yeah.
hours on the phone on Facebook and achieved nothing. So maybe think about these things. Think about where you could put your time and energy in a more productive way. And that's what we tend to do, don't we?
Something
you know,
that's going
to
to help you.
Like, people say
progress.
they haven't got time, say, to exercise, but like for us, so we used to just like get up at, sometimes we used to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and
Well,
exercise.
that works. Obviously, that's our lifestyle because we needed to get things done before 7, 8 o'clock. So, and during that day we were packed, and then the
But
night time
people
was
will
late.
say, like, if you had to be
But
ready
you can
from 7
do it.
o'clock, that people would say, I haven't got time because I have to be up at 7 and off. And it's like, well, you know, I once read a thing about a guy who was doing, he started meditation.
All right.
And his excuse for years had been, I haven't got time to do it. So he forced himself to get up and have... he got up at 4 o'clock every day and started to meditate for like 2 hours. So like until 6 o'clock, 2 hours of meditation. Because it is better than sleep, they say, is meditation. I've read loads of stuff about meditation.
There's a lot
and
of
it is
benefits
so
to
good.
it, isn't there?
But he didn't make up the excuses anymore, and he just took the time to do the things that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to make an excuse. And, you know, we've seen it how many times in, you know, sort of acting and directing and things like that. People say, you know, I want to be a director and or an actor. And we'd be like, okay, so what are you doing?
No, I'm nothing. It's like, yeah, exactly. But we get those people as well who are like doing something with their life daily that they don't like.
Yeah.
So we do come across those. It's like, so
but like, what's the excuse now? We've got phones that will record.
You can take a picture or anything or any photo or record anything.
Like a photographer
just
could
as
be
good
just using it,
yeah.
you know. And not only that, but there's loads of, you know, film competitions, even just for an iPhone.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you whatever you want to be. I mean, I'm referring to a director and an actor because I know that, you know, you've got a phone in your hand and they're saying they haven't got time to direct.
Yeah.
It's like, just do it on your phone. I know people want the grandeur, they want to be, you know, the top of the game. But you have to start small with things. So if it's you want to be a writer, maybe just take that 10 minutes each day. If you want to be a professional chef, cook something from scratch, even if it's once a week.
Use a cookbook to start with. Even that you can get the base. It's
there's
like
so many things that you
platform.
can do, but it's just doing. Even just 10 minutes is gonna give you, like, you know, a little bit every day. Over the year, it adds up. It's really does.
It's like these 10-minute podcasts. Take 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's
but
right.
like it is. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's like we're trying to, you know, with this quote as well, especially, it's just trying to help you. Look, you can achieve something.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how long it takes.
The things that you want.
Yeah.
Like, think about how you want your life to be, because like, how long are you going to wait until you actually start to do some of the stuff you want to do? Because I think it's easy to say, oh, I'll put that off and I'll come back to it, or, you know, when I've got this sorted out, or when I've got that sorted out. Like, if you have that mentality, you're never going to do it. When this is sorted, it's like when we had kids, you know, we were just like, well, we're gonna have kids when, you know, there were these things.
There's
in
never
place.
a time.
And someone said to us, didn't they? You know, look, there's never a right time. If you want to have kids, you've just got to have kids, and then everything will work out.
If you're ready to have them, yeah.
Yeah,
if you know that you're ready.
If you want to have, that's why
then,
I said if you want.
If
you want.
If you understand what happens after.
Yeah.
You're right. But
oh
my gosh, yeah,
like
absolutely.
the best thing. If
you want to know about like making the most of your life,
myself.
and it is like, take a look at your children and like look at them, and especially like the ages
they
where we're
at.
They
want to be a better person.
But they're in the moment with it.
Yeah.
So like they're not
naturally.
You've got devices, you've got games. I get it. And you can get lost in it, but like, you give a child something to go, like an activity.
So you say you give a child like like teach them how to fish and they'll fish. I don't know
what. Teach them how to fish. Well, teach them how to fish, they would fish.
You
but
give a child.
Give a child a rod, they will fish.
Yeah, it's like what? Where are we going?
One slogan.
Sorry, yeah, no, they do.
But like they're in the moment
Molly,
of it, so like they will go.
She will play with something.
Yeah, well. Everyone's child. About? Yeah, I'm just saying about like seizing moments. Like every child does. It doesn't matter like if they're out there playing on a swing. That swing is the best thing in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Or if they're playing football, if they're
where did that energy of life go out of adults though? That's what I often think. Like, where's the energy? That's like when when we go to Florida and we go to like Disneyland, and we love that because that vibe is just like, you know, it's like.
Well, they kind
good morning, whoa, you know, the best day, and I love that. Like my inner soul just is like, yes, I want to enjoy life as much as that, and I recognize like you can't do that all the time. Everyone hasn't got that level, and I think sometimes if you go as high as that all the time, you're gonna have these drops that'll just
huge crashes. Yeah,
real big crashes, and we know people like that. We know a lot of actors, you know, and we
well,
you know a lot of personalities.
Can do that,
And you will often find, you know, the super hyper, and then so I think for us, I think we've recognised the value even in balance in that respect, haven't we?
Yeah. So just take small steps, small little moments, things to do, anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Wow, we were rambling there. We've given you so much. I hope this. I do hope it helps. I really do.
It does. Yeah. It's simple things like that, isn't it? That's basically what we're trying to get to. It's
simple things like.
Taking 2 minutes to, if it's a meditation or if it's an activity or if it's something you want to try, guitar.
When I started meditating, I mean, I'm still not doing it to the capacity that I want to do it. And so we've all got places that we need to grow in ourselves.
Things
but
take
I know
time.
like how I first started to get it into my life, and I did it for just like 1 minute or 2 minutes. And that was like, what, 2 minutes? And that 2 minutes had such an impact. 2 minutes a day, that's all I did for 2 weeks in the first instance, and it was incredible. So just 2 minutes a day. I mean, if you come on, you've got to have 10 minutes, guys, for yourself. If you don't, reevaluate. That's all I'll say. But we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you for listening today. I hope you've got something from our Jolly Soul podcast. We hope that it has, made your soul feel
inspired
good.
you to do something new or challenge yourself, something that you want to get into.
100%.
Small steps. Cool.
Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll check out our next episode.
See you in Ep 2. Take care.